Hello and welcome to another episode of The Aftermath. My name is Ian, and as always, I'm joined by Dylan.
I'm sorry, I gotta go get a drink.
What?
Honestly, I thought you were to get up and just do it. I was
thinking about it.
Well, and we also have Ethan here in the studio.
Yes, the prodigal boy. He
Uh-huh.
has returned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's here.
Mm-hmm.
It feels different in here now.
A boy is he?
Yeah.
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 This is a very special
This is the part where people are like, "How are you doing?" And then I answer with "Living the dream," which is my like you said, where I'm like, my jean jacket is awesome, but this time I'm really gonna do
it.
I say is living the dream. What I mean is this time I'm gonna really do it.
Oh my god! Dude. Holy shit!
Oh, man.
You might say you're one step closer to the edge, and you're about to not want to be here.
And I'm about, and I'm about to go to sleep.
Glory, on the edge of glory.
I'm on the edge. Yeah, no. Or what I'll actually say is they'll be like, how's it going? And I'm like, oh, I'm living the dream. And then while I'm walking away, before they have time to react, no, I'll say loud enough that they can hear it before they have time to react because we're too far. I'll be like, one nightmare at a time. Oh my god.
Holy shit.
And everyone's like, oh man. I'm like, yeah, it's great. It's funny because that sounds horrible in the just in the street to like random strangers. But the problem is we all are in the hospital or in emergency medicine. So everyone's like, mood. Like, everyone gets it.
Definitely.
It's true.
Whenever Dad used to say that growing up, I was like, I don't get it. But then I became a medic, and I don't know if I inherited it from him or it just comes with the work. But now, yeah, living the dream, one nightmare at a time. That's actually kind of the phrase.
You got it all right.
Yeah. Oh man.
So basically, this is a very big episode, as you can probably tell by the title. This is our.
Oh man, I should have got a kazoo. I was gonna make a kazoo. I was gonna make a kazoo noise, but I can't do a kazoo noise.
We'll make do with Fortnite.
Yeah. Wait. Okay.
Yeah, this is our third anniversary.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Number 3, baby.
So,
dude,
it's about as extravagant as you may expect.
They mentioned that they haven't used the soundboard in a long time, and they're like, I think it's because you haven't been on lately, Ethan.
Oh no, there's no think in there. We know.
And so I was like, but it's because I haven't been on, and we are currently 2 minutes 35 seconds in.
Yes,
and we've already used the soundboard.
Already blasted this guy
like 12 times.
Yeah. Just like recent times.
It's almost like you were I may have the soundboard.
It's almost
here.
like I'm the shitpost.
Yeah. I was gonna say it's almost like I may have the soundboard over here on my side of the table, but that doesn't mean that you're not the operator of the soundboard.
All I gotta do is Ethan, go.
Yeah.
Oh, and
then it just goes.
Yeah,
perfect.
Yeah.
Except next time quicker.
Well, yeah. Well, I didn't realize by it was right now thing.
Well, I mean, you got to be on your toes about this. I get you that you're drowsy and tired, but
I'm not really that tired now. I had some loaf.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you're welcome. By the way.
Yeah. Hey, you offered some earlier, so I'm capitalizing on the offer now.
Okay, but when
that's
you
the way
said
this
no
works.
earlier, I thought you're like, he's just not in the mood for sweets right now. But then this motherfucker walks into the studio with a piece of my loaf.
Cake. Yeah.
He's got a little cake.
I fucking raided my snack
while waiting for Ian to come home from his dinner. I was like, I'm just gonna nap on Dylan's bed while waiting. So I was chilling.
I'm just playing games on my computer. Ethan's passed out on my bed.
Right. And so then Ian's like, hey, I'm back. We're good to go.
Face full of loaf.
And I was like, okay, cool. So I wake up. I went and grabbed a drink. And while Dylan was in here, I opened the little cabinet, got a piece of his little cake. And then I walked in here with the piece of cake. And I was like, oh, by the way, I took some loaf.
Yeah,
and I sat down. And he was like, yeah, sure. You can have some. That's great.
Beach. So basically, we didn't watch a movie today. We were thinking about.
We were close though.
We were thinking about watching one, but then Dylan called it off, and I don't know why.
I had several options.
He got a little cold feet and didn't think he wanted to do it.
My feet are always cold, if you know what I'm saying.
I mean, the main thing is that I was almost 9.
I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
Oh man, that was great. I just love your facial expression. You were like, my feet are always cold. I mean, he went stone cold.
Because as soon as I said it, I realized I don't know what that freaking means. I don't know what that's supposed to mean at all.
Sorry, Dylan. What were you saying?
I'm so glad I glossed over that. Anyway, what I was gonna say is that it was already almost 9, and
don't tell them what time we're recording.
Well, they won't know.
It's part of the. Yeah, it was almost 9. 12 hours.
We're doing better than we normally do.
Yeah,
I lied.
It's a time sink.
It was almost an hour, and
It was almost time, a clock.
I just wanted to just sit down and have a chat because I didn't really have anything like specific that I feel would fit the theme for the third anniversary.
The big third anniversary. Yeah.
Right. So my options initially that I had set aside were
That's right.
war games.
Where games. In the words of the Bionicle Lore video guy. By the way, we're watching Bionicle Lore videos. Beside the point.
Yeah.
In the words of him, where the way he says war is. At first, I was like, haha, that's a little different because he says it like, you know, with his like accent. But then by the time I'm now at the third like hour-long video about lore going, I'm like, the way he says war pisses me off now.
This motherfucker just talks normal. He just says where wrong.
Yeah, like it's the core where, and I'm like, I gotta stop.
No,
stop
that.
Yeah, stop. Yeah, stop it.
You evil little gremlin.
Literally, that's like the only complaint I have. I'm sitting here, I'm like, every time he says that word,
like
I'm
he's covering his bases, but it feels like it moves at a mile a minute. There's so much shit.
Turns out,
I thought of words you don't know what they mean.
I thought like, haha, funny. Let's watch Bionicle Lore video, and then by the third hour-long video, I was like, what is this man saying? There was one point when he walked in as like an intermission to explain something that's going to be more important later. He does it
6 different times throughout the video.
He Emperor's New Grooves it a lot in that thing where he walks over with like the pin, you know.
And he's like, well, actually.
So he's like, yeah. So like this is going to be important for later. So just try to remember it is basically what he's trying to get across. But when he does it, at one time he walked up and like was explaining something, and he was saying a lot of names and like places.
Yes.
And there was moments where he would go maybe 2 dozen words. Not
like,
one of them was in the English language. Yeah. Like he would say
gibberish.
like one person's name and all this stuff, and not one of them was in the English language. And I was like, I gotta be honest, buddy.
You lost
I don't
me.
know. Yeah, right.
You lost me like at the beginning of the video.
We're minute 53 right now in this video, and you lost me at minute 27.
There you go.
But yeah, we didn't watch war games. Where games.
Where games.
And my other 2 options I had that I was thinking about were it was Halo Legends. Yes.
Stop it.
The animated anthology from like 5 years ago.
Wow.
I didn't know it was that
Probably longer.
young. Yeah.
Well,
I was like, I thought that was.
That was a hazy estimate. It's been a while since I've seen it. But
or 2016 feels like it was 5 years ago. So
Blade Runner.
That shit. I didn't even
We
think
still
about
haven't
that,
watched
actually.
Blade Runner.
Yeah, it was either that or the first Gundam Thunderbolt movie. Since I did what I did with Ian,
my
I
guess
watched
was
Bandit Flower first, and now we gotta watch the.
Oh yeah, we did. We watched. Yeah, I thought you were gonna say Escape from LA. That was another new. That was the one you recently got. That I told you I was like, I'm kind of interested in it because I liked the last one. I thought was neat, you know.
Yeah.
But
man,
yeah,
crazy.
LA is so much fucking goofier.
I love it. That's exactly what I'm here for. Yeah. I was telling Dylan earlier that because my roommate is a certified, I think he listens to the podcast, so I'm going to say it if you're listening, Cade, a certified weeb.
Oh, 100%.
So because of that, he was like, I'm looking to start a new anime. Do you want to start with me? And I was like, yeah, but I'll be honest with you. I hope you know that if I watch it with, like, I was like, but no, I said before I accept, I want you to know that if I'm watching with you, I'm going to insult it probably most of the time. I don't like anime. I was like, I don't like. I was like, Dylan's grown to get used to it. We enjoy the roasts together, but like, I will probably be roasting it most of the time.
I think you're starting to like it.
I was like,
I think you do like it secretly.
Well, I mean, the ones you've showed me, generally speaking, haven't been that bad, and I can still get into the seriousness of some of the concepts and things that are going on in Ghost in the Shell.
Right.
So like it works. The one he picked is not the case. Let me just say,
oh god,
the one he picked is a certified anime weeb moment.
What is it?
I'm about to get to that. One second.
Oh,
so like, even though it's still not my thing, and I have to be in the mood for it, and like, I've only I think twice since we've been watching Ghost in the Shell have I called like texted you or called you like, yeah, actually I want to like. I'm in the mood. Like I want to watch this anime again. Like it's weird for me. For this one, he was like, I'm starting one. Do you want to join? I was like, yeah, but like I'm gonna probably roast it. I'll be honest. And it's already well known that like English voice acting just ain't it for a lot of these things.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, for a lot of them, generally speaking. And this is one that I don't think that the voice acting does it that well. And so
like the Japanese voice acting?
No, the English voice acting.
Yeah.
And
so
he was like, here are my options, and he like looked at a couple of them, and I was like, I don't know, that one sounds kind of funny, but like I'll let you pick.
What were the other options?
I have to ask him because I don't remember what they were all called.
Gotcha.
But he like sat down with it and he was like, yeah, but I'm about to start it. I was like, yeah, sure, why not? Like I'll watch an episode.
I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna lose my shit if anything else besides what you chose was better, and I know for a fact was better. I'm gonna be pissed.
No, here's the thing. I think what we chose is still funny. I'm okay with it.
I mean, yeah, it's funny.
It didn't turn me off of anime any more than I already was. So,
Yeah.
But still, to answer its questions, it is it's Assassination Classroom.
Oh, God.
And the first episode did a great job of making you want to watch the rest of it, but they didn't always follow up as well. And man, I gotta be honest, it's funny as shit, but there are moments that I don't think are supposed to be comedic moments, and I'm laughing my ass off.
Oh, of course.
Right? And the problem is, the end of every episode, I can't help but laugh because the freaking main character is like, well, when your teacher's also your assassination target, life's crazy every time. And I'm like, shut up, please.
Oh,
I've never seen it before, but I've heard it's
It's awful.
something else.
It's awful, but it's also not awful. It's still funny, and it's not awful, but at the same time,
It's just bad.
I wouldn't watch if I was trying to have a serious, I don't know, I guess any serious concept whatsoever. It's a bunch of middle schoolers, no, I guess technically high schoolers trying to kill their teacher who's basically God. I don't know. He can move at Mach 20, and that's
Holy shit.
yeah, but they also they act like him at Mach 20 means he could do some of the things that he's doing, which doesn't make sense because Mach 20 is not the speed of light; it's 20 times the speed of sound.
Right.
So he can move very quickly, but at the end of the day, I don't think he can dodge all the bullets that he's dodging in the show. It wouldn't make sense, right?
Right.
So even reasonably speaking, I'm I feel like by now, if they wanted to, they found enough weaknesses that they could find a way to kill this guy. How come they haven't yet? Right?
Because it's anime.
Exactly. So I'm just well, yeah. There's the obligatory big titty character.
But your crush is looking at you.
Yeah, right.
and you feel a certain way.
Yeah. That's exactly how life still works for me.
Now, as far as recommendations and stuff that's on the list for me to watch with you, Ethan, Ghost Stories is up there.
Oh, God.
With the hilariously and purposefully bad
Purposely
dub.
bad.
It makes it so fucking funny. Chase can attest to both of these that I'm about to say.
I think I've heard of Ghost. I think you told me.
Even Mallory's heard
Definitely,
of it.
yeah. This next one, which the name alone isn't going to sell you or anybody, I wouldn't think, but it's called The Daily Lives of High School Boys.
Yeah, that can be that can be next level degeneracy. Right. It's fine.
Now, reason I bring that up is because you sent a meme in the Discord that actually had an excerpt.
Which one? Because I sent a lot of pretty fire memes.
It was about Netflix rescinding the whole password lock thing.
Let me see if I can find it. I want to remember which one, because I thought that was really funny.
Right. It's got.
Oh yeah, it's the one that saying this. She casually threw aside a large rock.
Yeah. Oh, so it was a joke. It is one of the best parts of that fucking show. It's so funny.
So good.
Yeah.
Oh, so it was a joke. I'm just dropping some rocks.
Yeah. Don't need this.
That was so good.
So good.
Oh man,
That is great.
it's also that's on par with the one that I keep staring. And every time I send it to somebody, usually whenever I have a meme or something that's funny, and I send it to somebody, I might chuckle. But and be like, it's funny in this circumstance. That's why I'm sending it to them. But the one that I have consistently laughed at every time I remember it and see it again is the one that I just showed you, Ian, where it's a guy with his head on his desk with a funnel just shooting lemons at him and just gallons of lemonade next to him. And there's one lemon left in the little squisher to make lemonade for it. And he just gave up.
Just sitting there with his head down.
And all the top comments on that one were all Cave Johnson would have something to say about this, right? But I was like, man, I gotta be honest, life's gotta stop giving me lemons, bro.
Yeah. Fuck off,
dude. Honestly. Oh man, so that one's also my favorite because every time someone's like, "Wow, life's rough," I just send that picture because they can relate to it. It's even funnier. So I feel like every time I open my phone and see it, it gets funnier than the last time I saw it. And the problem is,
I love
it's
it.
probably not good for a mental health
it's only
thing.
getting worse.
It's probably not good for a mental health thing, but as more shit goes wrong in my life, I open it and the meme somehow gets funnier because I'm like, oh, the lemons are still coming.
Look, there I am.
Oh man,
There was one
I can't use my electric juicer anymore.
a few days ago. Chase, the one and only, had posted a meme in chat in our Discord that said, "You will experience small success, especially in romance." And we're like, "Oh my god!" And I'm pretty sure
Oh yeah.
I said finally.
Dylan just goes, finally. And then, of course,
It was a fortune cookie. Yeah.
Yes.
A fortune cookie result that he got, and he sent the picture.
And I took the picture, and as I do best, I put it in Photoshop, and I matched the font, and I just and I erased it out, and then I put almost there, chicks. And then
I liked the one that said, "Damn, bro, that's crazy."
Yeah, and then I was gonna say
because that's my line, right?
Yeah,
So I just-
go-to phrase.
that's Ethan's like tagline.
If you pull this string, that's what he says.
And
Yeah,
so-
right. If you could pull a string, you'd get you still get. There's a snake in my boot, right? But then after that, you get, damn, bro, that's crazy. The next
I've heard
one,
that Singa Tickets of Wizards have.
no, that's coming. Right. And then after damn, bro, that's crazy, you get good luck though, and then you get this time I'm really gonna do it. And you get the last one is I've heard that syndicates of Wizards have let a boy kind of appeal gets long ago married Dominion.
Love
Yeah.
it. So yeah,
just
so I
suck my nads.
so that's what I did. I just imagined I thought it was super funny
My shorts.
to think that Ethan was opening up a fortune cookie, and of course his fortune was, damn, bro, that's crazy. Good luck though.
Oh man, yeah. So I saved it on my phone. I have that now. That's another reaction image. I made a folder on my phone of reaction images because I got tired of looking through other memes, other just shitty memes.
Your little
try and react.
your Mike Tyson Kirby. It says perhaps.
yeah. I got one. It's the rest of the meme is a little comic of someone's like, hey, Kirby, did you eat Mike Tyson? And then it's that picture of Kirby. It just says perhaps. Right? And so I have that one, but I also have a lot of people holding firearms that shouldn't be.
Man,
and they're all
you made
Zac Efron with a gun who's shrugging with the gun in his head.
from High School
Fucking
Musical.
love that one.
But then I've also got Dobby with a gun. I've got the one. I've got the one of the guy pointing the gun at himself and pointing the gun at you, the Asian guy or something.
Yeah.
There's Dobby with the gun. Yeah, and
Wicked
then
trainers.
I've got one of a YouTuber who put peanut butter on the barrel of a gun and then gave it to a raccoon. So it's a raccoon with the gun in its mouth.
Oh, shit.
I really can hope it was unloaded. But either way, I thought it was so fun, the picture for you. God, it's so funny to me. Yeah. I've got that. I also have the Swole Dobby. The Swole one.
yeah.
It was Harry Potter, the boy who lifted. Ron Weasley.
Hermione Granger.
Yeah, that was Hermione Granger, yeah.
Oh God, I hate these.
Swoldemort.
Swoldemort.
No,
yeah.
quit it. I hate it. That's bad.
They're all fantastic.
So it sounds. Speaking of Harry Potter stuff, it sounds like you've been playing
Hogwarts.
Hogwarts. Oh, you've been playing the Hogwart, haven't you?
You've been playing the warts, haven't you?
What did I tell you about being on that wart?
What about I tell you about that Hogwart?
It is a good game. 10 out of 10.
Yeah,
It's I really like it. I'm having
you were
fun.
saying you're gonna like mix match the schools with like what they're.
Oh yeah, no. I said that my first character is a Ravenclaw because that's what I got on the test. Is to find out that I'm a Ravenclaw.
Oh, I see.
And then I was like, my next character though, I'm gonna make a Hufflepuff, but he's just gonna be a bastard.
He's a real shit kid.
I was kind of a good guy my first playthrough because I wanted to get the good ending and everything. The next one's just gonna be an asshole to everybody.
Right.
Love it.
And I was like, I know Slytherin's usually assholes, but no, this person's gonna be
That's
just gonna
just
be a
what I do with Mass
Hufflepuff,
Effect.
and he's just gonna be a bastard. Yeah, like I'm just gonna kill everybody. I don't even care. Anytime I do something for someone, there's an option to be nice to them or be like, you know what? I decided that thing that you lost that you wanted me to help you find. Yeah, it's mine now because I found it. Like you can just piss off, right?
Damn.
Like you can do it to almost every quest. So I'm just gonna start charging people for everything, man.
Like, hey, that's my necklace. Can you give it back? No.
It's like no.
Hey, I lost my necklace at the bottom
You
of
know
the
how much
ocean. Can
work?
you get it?
You know how much work I went through to get this? It's mine now.
Oh yeah, or like legitimately, that's basically what the
I feel
lines
like I
are.
earned it, actually,
Where it's like,
so.
my family lost their heirloom in this cave. Yeah, okay, I'll find it for you.
Oh,
And then you
sweet,
find
an
it.
heirloom.
Yeah, and then you walk back up to them, and they're like, wow, thanks for finding the heirloom. And you're like, oh yeah, by the way, I had to fight off a ton of spiders to get it, so this shit's mine now, unless you want to pay up for it. Right? Like literally, that's it.
The hero of pay me.
I was
And
gonna
there's
say
there's like one chick that's like, oh, like I've been trying to have to establish like diplomatic relations with the mermaids, like the mer people, but I actually can't swim well. Haha. Once I get slap here. So, so if you can swim and you dive in the cave to get them, because they tried leaving her a gift, right?
Right.
Well, she's like, if I don't pick up the gift, it's gonna look like a slight in diplomatic relations and yada yada. And you're like, okay, so you can go and get it. And when you come back, she's like, wow, thanks for getting it. Like now that they know I got their gift, and you're like, yeah, they know that you got the gift, and I'm just gonna keep it though, because you didn't say you wanted it anyway. That's one of the options. Is like, yeah, no, but it's mine now, and you get to keep the necklace. The other one's like, yeah, here you go. Like, no problem. I'm a helpful person, but I'll be honest, I want the necklace.
Yeah.
Like, what are you gonna do? Stop me?
Exactly. Yeah.
I dare you.
All I'll do is jump in the water. You already told me you can't swim, bitch. Like,
I'll blast your ass. Watch me.
Oh man. So yeah, I have been playing a lot. I've been enjoying it.
You know what, Dylan, I've been playing a lot of? Or been playing a little bit of?
Yeah.
We've been playing 2 games.
Mm-hmm.
One, I'll start off by saying we've been doing a little throwback.
Yeah.
I started a playthrough, and I want to get through all of them.
Oh, yeah.
It may take us some time.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? But I started the OG, the original.
I found it.
Oh, my God.
I'm showing him the record with a
so
picture.
bad. That poor
Damn.
raccoon, dude. Anyways, we've been playing the OG Tomb Raider.
Yes.
I mean, like the numero uno Tomb Raider.
I got the Itachi biting his lip meme as well. It's a good reaction image. Oh man! All right.
But anyways, so we've been playing that, and that's been that has been a hoop and holler, dude. There has been a couple.
It's fucking scary,
dude. It's like
for no reason.
There's no.
So like 5-year-old me wasn't overreacting.
Yeah.
No, you weren't.
Right.
There's like
that fear will have carried over into your adult life.
There is
Listen,
a
buddy,
couple
I ain't
times
scared
where
of anything anymore.
there's
all
no.
Play the game.
There's
Look,
no.
Play a fucking game.
Stare into the
You'll
void,
see.
and the void stares back. All right.
There is a void.
All right, I'm listening.
There is no music in most of the levels. It's just
It's dead silent.
It's just silence.
I remember hearing the little
Yeah.
from you
Yeah,
walking
the
around.
fucking like creepy ass
The like
ambience.
oddly,
there's, like-
the oddly memorable way her footsteps sound, just like ingrained in my memory because there's no music
Yeah.
in the freaking game.
Yes.
Oh man.
But there's like weird cave ambience, like a weird sound that happens, and it's interesting. It's really fun, but like, there's a couple times where like the animals don't really make sounds.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
until they see you.
Oh
just kinda-
yeah.
They just
Yeah, I
kind
remember
of
that.
they just appear.
I remember getting a lot of me when I get you moments. Where
Oh,
when
yeah.
dogs would just pull up and just
100%.
chew my ass out.
Yeah.
Dude,
Oh
the
man.
worst part of it for me is that there is a fog of war.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, it's black.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's not just
yeah,
a fog.
Yeah.
It's like the shadows of night.
right. Yeah.
The draw distance is very short.
Yeah. This is.
We're in this cave, and like we're opening up into like this bigger, like almost outside area, but the skybox is all black, or what I assume is the skybox. I think
Yeah.
we're still in a cave technically,
right.
Right. The
And
cave
then-
box.
the cave box. And as we walk around, there's like velociraptors around, and I'm like,
Right.
holy.
We're like, no big deal.
Yeah,
I mean,
holy
we've
shit.
killed some of these already.
and then
And then a fucking T-Rex comes out
just
of the shadows.
out of nowhere, and I'm like,
Yes.
holy shit, dude.
He's
Uh,
fast. and he's-
Oblivion caves still do that for me.
Oh,
Yeah.
God,
Oblivion
dude.
caves were always just enough scary for
Just
me.
weird
That
The Oblivion cave scared the shit out of me.
yeah, as a kid, I thought they were like tough. I didn't really want to do a lot of them on my own. Like I wanted to not be alone in the room when I was younger. But like even as an adult, like I can run through them. But like they still do it for me.
You wanna know
Like,
what it
they're
is?
Still kind of spoopy.
You want to know what it is?
Hmm.
It's the two opposite ends of the spectrum for me.
Mm.
The Tomb Raider caves is that it is low poly and it's like no shading, short draw distance, and there's no sound. And what sound there is kind of like this like creepy like 16-bit or 18 or 8-bit
Yeah.
whatever like kind of sound or whatever that's going on, and like it's kind of sort of
Mhm.
creepy, but like you feel alone, and it gives you that kind of liminal space kind of creepy.
Yeah.
It's like that uneasiness that whenever like a monster jumps out, you're like, oh shit, I'm just
Yeah.
spooked because I'm like, you're so like
Yeah, you're tense.
serene in a way and kind of tense.
Yeah.
Whereas Oblivion is like already kind of dingy and creepy, and there's also good ambience. Like there's cave ambience. There's like that kind of like spooky like kind of like it's like a little uneasy, and you're like,
The fucking
oh man.
the horror movie It Follows
Mhm.
is like being chased by an Oblivion NPC.
Oh god.
Oh, that honestly, don't show me that movie then.
Dude, it's fucking horrifying.
because it
Did we watch it for the podcast?
no, we haven't.
The way the Oblivion NPCs work is the battle music will play, so you know they're looking for you, but
Yes.
but you don't know where they're at. And
Yeah.
I'll be honest, it gets to the point where like I'm starting to get a little bit scared. And it's like, it's literally just the adoring fan looking for me. And he's just being
buy Azura, but in the distance.
Yeah, right. So I'm like looking for him. Like, I hear boss music and I don't like it. Like, it's
you. Hi.
Oh, God.
I've heard that syndicates of wizards have let a boycott of imperial goods along the American That's my favorite voice line in that game.
Yeah.
Oh man,
So great. What a great game.
So you can cast a few spells.
Yeah.
Am I supposed to be impressed?
Oh,
I
man.
love whenever you cut off their lines by attacking them, and they just do.
That's so good.
It's so good. Oh man,
What a gem of a game,
yeah.
dude. I love that
Yeah.
game so much.
yeah.
It's so quirky and weird.
So what's the other game we've been playing?
We've just been playing this little game called Deep Rock Galactic.
Rock and Stone.
Rock and Stone.
To the bone.
Nice.
It's a great game.
I've actually
Yes.
I never played it.
Super fun.
It's really fun.
Never played it.
It is like a cave diving first person shooter game. It basically works like you do these like sessions where like you're in this space station, you go down to like this kind of like, I guess, destroyed planet, just like falling in through space or whatever. And you drill your way through it. You're a bunch of dwarves and you're supposed to like collect up like ore or like collectibles and stuff like that from mission control. And you're like part of this, I guess, like company, conglomerate, whatever they are. That's like the dwarf brigade kind of guys.
Deep Rock Galactic.
Oh, it's called Deep Rock Galactic, and that's their whole thing. And you're all like part of a team, and you're all like, "Oh yeah, Rock and Stone, oh yeah." And it's kind of like you get all hyped up on it or whatever.
There's a bar where you can order different types of beer.
Yeah, different
some
types
of
of
which
ale.
give you buffs.
Yeah, it's really fun.
This is Dwarf Simulator. Got it.
yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
And so you basically like you start each session. You can have up to 4 people in a party, and you get like blasted down to the rock. You mine up stuff, and you kind of like you collect up money, and of course you can. There's like different classes and stuff. It's really fun. And again, while you're down underground, each class can like do specific things. It can help the team progress in this kind of cave system or whatever. And there's like these like bugs. These like glyphids they're called, like these kind of like alien bug creatures, and they like kind of swarm around you, and you can change like the severity, like
Many
the
horrors await in
the danger
caverns below.
the danger level. And of course there's like
I'd be squashing all them bugs.
dude, it's
Hell yeah,
it's
dude.
a lot of fun.
It's so good.
The favorite class he likes to play is called the
Gunner.
Gunner, and of course he has like a rotary cannon.
He's
So
got
he's
access.
I'm not surprised. Yeah.
He's got access to a minigun and an auto cannon. I'm talking like 250 calibers stuck together with duct tape
Just for
that
fun.
you just fire
the
in
most
tandem.
dwarf.
Yes.
Then he's got a missile launcher.
Yep.
It's beautiful.
I play the engineer. I have a shotgun and I have a couple of turrets or a couple
I like
like
how like in every game engineers have shotguns.
Oh, of course.
Like that's the thing. Everyone's like, yeah, engineers like shotguns. That's
Oh,
like
yeah.
it'll start with Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Hell
Like,
Yeah.
oh man,
A Flash
I love that
A.
game. We need to play.
Oh, dude, we need to play OG Frame Battlefront 2.
Yeah, we need to get because I can. Well, my laptop can handle it, so obviously we can just play on my laptop. But I'm working on getting a new computer right now.
Yeah.
Also, speaking of squashing bugs, this is another side note. Again, so because I've had such little free time lately, the only game I'm playing that I can talk about is Hogwarts Legacy. That's why it's my own topic.
Yeah.
But whenever you use the ancient magic, which is like what makes your character special in the game, long story condensed, you can use it if the gauge is full. You can use it to like do a crap ton of damage just like to one enemy, right?
Yeah.
And on the giant spiders in the game, if you use it on them, you'll like do like a force pull to them, and you'll shrink them, and then when it lands on the floor, it's just a normal sized spider, and then you crush it, and it explodes.
God.
And it's like 7,000 damage. It
Holy
just kills them.
shit.
It's
Oh
like
my God.
It's like I'll just like pick one of the spiders at the distance, and I'll be like, wee.
That's so fucking cool.
Dude, the magic's great because like the little guys.
Okay, that I'm sold.
Yeah, so
that has gotten me sold.
Well, I'll be honest, there's other ones too. So like whenever you have people, you'll get used to seeing them, so they kind of lose some of their charm. But every once in a while, you remember how funny it is. So like you'll pick up the goblins that are enemies in the game, and you'll just pick it up and just slam them on the ground like the Hulk does, right? Like 3 or 4 times, and then everyone around you, because that's not how magic normally works in the Harry Potter world, just freaks out, right?
Like,
they stop
doing?
attacking you. Attacks can't hit you when you're doing this. So you get to watch the cutscene. You don't have to worry about taking a hit, and people are just like, "Oh my god!" Like, and you get to hear all the NPCs exclaim, right? And like,
That's amazing.
So like for trolls, you grab their club and they're just looking at it and it just hits them in the head. And like it's so funny to me.
That's amazing.
But the thing I was saying before that I liked was that like in Fallout 4, how people liked the shooting because it felt like there was weight and it felt like it was like realistic.
Yeah.
Guns, part of it was the sound design. If it sounds a certain way, it feels right. And that's the way a lot of the stuff in that game works for me. Like whenever you disarm someone from their like axe, it makes this clanging noise. It's very fun, right? And so but then even better, whenever you grab it with the magic and hit him in the head with it, it makes the clanging noise again, and they die. It's even funnier, right? It has like just such a clean combat. It's not hard by any means, but like I think it's really really nice. Like dodging attack, it has the same. On a much easier scale, especially because whenever I couldn't get internet in my new apartment, I played Dark Souls 3. It has the same kind of rewarding feel to it that Dark Souls has, right?
Yeah.
For me. Only difference is it's effortlessly easier than Dark Souls, right? So I don't feel like which was kind of something I actually didn't really like. It's like with this kind of combat style, I like it when the bosses and stuff are hard and I get my ass kicked once in a while. Yeah. I pretty much never died in the game, so it's not really hard. But I also wasn't playing on hard
difficulty.
difficulty.
I was going to say, hardness difficulty?
No, pretty much every time I get a new game, I pick hard instead of normal. But this time I was like, I don't know what the combat's going to look like in this game. So like, I don't know if it's a good idea.
It's new ground.
Because some games like Uncharted just make you die faster whenever you pick hard difficulty. So I was like, I don't want my experience to be tainted because I don't know if I can change it later. So I picked normal. And
another thing I noticed is that harder difficulties in Uncharted evidently make you clumsier.
No, they just
can't tell you
make
how many
dumber.
times I've watched you like fall off a cliff. Or miss a jump.
Do not falsify this. Okay?
Because it's
not
funny.
Walk off a cliff, sprint off a cliff.
Right.
I mean, jump and be like, I'm gonna make it, and just fall to my death. And that's just. I'll be honest. That's just the name of the game, bro. That's just Uncharted. I did that on normal mode too. I think I can make that jump. Oh nope, I can't. The Yoda death noise from Lego Star Wars.
I love it.
Like, yeah.
We got to get a button for that one.
Okay.
So good.
Also, just the Legos falling apart noise as well. Yeah. That one's good. That one's a good one, too.
I love it.
But yeah, like, that's just that's the way Uncharted works, bro. Yeah.
That's good shit.
Oh, man.
So, Ian.
I still love sounding like an old man and being like, you playing the Hogwart?
Yeah. Is that are you winning, son? I like walking into my roommate's room and asking him on his live stream if he's winning, son.
You winning, son?
I walk in and he's like, no, you're gonna go that way, you're gonna die, he's screaming in his mic. And I walk in and whenever he finally shuts up, I'm like, are you winning, son? While he's live streaming his Apex match.
Are you playing?
There it is. I'll be honest, if I could put that like a mod in Uncharted every time I die, I would enjoy dying a lot more. Honestly, Lego Yoda. This is a certified Lego Yoda death noise
So
moment.
Good. Are you playing that there Gundam Extreme versus Full Boost Maxi Boost on?
Maxi Boost on.
No,
Oh,
you
God.
see, you're trying too hard.
No, Dad.
I'd walk in and be like, "Are you playing that Gandam game?" No, Dad.
Right.
You playing that
Speaking
Maxi
of,
Boost?
I'd just like to highlight Ian and I's little achievement we had where we figured out how to block in that game.
Oh my God, dude!
Wait. You didn't know how to block.
Okay, hold on. Now wait.
You had that game for how long?
Now wait. In our defense, that game is very complex in like its movement and like
In my defense, the tutorials in Japanese.
There is a lot of stuff that happens, and
yeah.
it's like there's a lot of buttons and like combinations you can do, and it's not
So much.
It's not hard,
Right.
but it's just
You just got to learn how to string them together.
It's all timing, and it is very quick, especially depending on what suit you're in.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, man, you basically have to. There was a couple times where like we
were stuck on like the second to last level in this arcade playthrough we were doing. We were up against Heavy Arms and Wing Zero.
Oh gosh.
And no, I'm sorry, it was Heavy Arms and Death Scythe.
Death Scythe.
Once
Okay,
we
so
beat those two,
dude,
then
Scythe,
it was Wing Zero and Tall Geese.
Death Scythe has he has this laser scythe, and
he's got a cloaking ability.
And he has such fast like melee combos
if
that
he gets a hold of you, you're fucking dead.
You're freaking locked, stun locked.
It's ridiculous.
And dude, and there's like so many times where I was like, Dylan, there has to be a way to block in this godforsaken game.
I'm like, I don't know. I know there is. Let's take a look.
Dylan's like, I'm pretty sure I know there's a. I think there's a way.
I think I would know. Okay.
I've done it like once or twice.
Yeah, I'm like,
I accidentally pushed it once. Right. I dropped my controller and blocked attack once.
Basically, you have to like push forward and then immediately hold backward forward.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
As an attack
hate
is
these
happening.
games controls.
Dude, so bad. And I'm telling you, I was
Games that are better designed to just be on a PC with a keyboard.
Yes.
They try and cram it on console. There's too many buttons. I
Yes.
don't know what a quarter circle forward is. All right.
and dude, I'm
No,
telling
what
you,
you need is a fight stick.
No,
Dude,
frick
there-
you.
there was. So I basically we start the match and I immediately press forward, hold back, and there's like a
We
barrage.
both did it at
there's
the
a
same time.
There's a barrage of bullets.
Heavy Arms
It was
fucking
like,
opens up every port, fires every missile,
yeah.
and we take it like it's fucking nothing.
block it, and I'm like,
It was
well,
beautiful.
well, whoop-de
How the
frickin' do.
turntables.
Right, because it's still such a fucking hard one to get past because they start you off with the two extremes. They've got one dude who's like close quarters focused, and the other is just all range.
Yes.
And it's
There's
like if you're
there's something more satisfying than whenever you have a person who's like you're saying when they finally get you, they just kick your ass.
yeah.
There's something more satisfying than whenever you finally get to open a combo on them.
And just
it's like in the
completely
first
ripping
Kingdom
their
Hearts game,
shit.
whenever you finally are able to block Sephiroth's really quick attack,
Yeah.
and you're like,
The
oh
fucking
bitch, you're mine now.
Octoslash.
I got you cornered, pussy. And
That's
you're like,
exactly
you,
what
you
it's
do.
like.
You do one combo on him, it does no damage, and then he kicks your ass, and you're like,
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
starting
dude.
to realize that I shouldn't have gotten so confident. It's the
Yeah.
same thing where like, or
And
like
that was
in-
the moment he realized he
yeah,
fucked
exactly.
up.
Yeah, he disappears, and you're like, "Wait, he can do that?"
Oh,
and then he
shit.
just he appears behind you. Nothing personal, kid. right? But like, it's the same thing with. Again, we didn't have internet, so I was playing a lot of games I hadn't played before, like on console. So I played Ghost of Tsushima with my roommate.
Oh yeah.
It's the same thing where like after getting your ass kicked by a guy for like half of a fight and like I've used all my heals, it's like I'm just gonna get a combo on him. Yeah, that's all I have to do. And finally blocking and being like, "Oh, you're mine, bitch," and just
so
just wailing on this
satisfying.
guy and stabbing him and cutting up.
Like,
It's
yes.
so sad. That's why I like hard games. It's because whenever I find it gives me a vendetta against the bad guys. It makes my good guy character I feel like I have a reason to be a good guy because they're just pissing me off. right? It's
like, I'm not doing
it's
this for the right reasons
yeah.
anymore. I just want to beat you.
Right.
Shit.
I don't like being a good guy just because my character's good, like just for the hell of it. I like
Right.
being a good guy because I hate the people that are bad. Right. Like,
and I want them to die.
I don't. I want to
painfully.
be that good guy who they're like, well, he's got the spirit. I mean, maybe he's a little bit like, I don't know. I don't think that he's like got
he's,
the right mindset to be a good guy.
He
He's
seemed
like,
okay at first, but now
right,
he's
yeah. It's like, oh yeah, I'm the good guy, but I'm willing to just shoot the bad guy in the head too.
Right.
I'm not.
you
I'm not
better not be bad around me.
exactly like I'm not a Batman here, right? You're not gonna live. You're not gonna live from this encounter.
Now
right?
talk.
I don't think that he's a mentally stable good guy. Yeah, but he's on our team, so like,
You know
would
what?
you rather?
But he's not killing
Would you
us,
rather
though.
be
Right,
with
yeah,
him or against him?
I'm the good guy, but I'm still going to murder you. That's like,
Listen, I'm not saying I'm condoning his actions. I'm just saying I don't want the one having I don't want to be the one having my spine broken right now.
you know, Batman said if you kill a killer, the amount of killers in the world stays the same. But if I kill 5 or 6 killers, then I think we're in a net positive. And that's the way my good guy characters work, right? Like, yeah, but these people are bad, and I just murdered all of them.
Yeah. And now they're gone forever.
Exactly. And now they're gone for. Tell the devil he's next.
When there's no more room in hell, I'm coming to visit.
I want you to rot in hell, and at the same time, while you're at it, go ahead and tell him I'm coming after him too.
Right.
Oh man, I like that. Also, side note, that reminded me of the anti-suicide poster. It's a picture of a skeleton that looks like it's from like an Iron Maiden album, pointing a gun at you, and it says "Hell's full, bitch." Dude, and then it has the suicide hotline phone number on the bottom. It said, "Hell's full, bitch."
Oh my god!
Oh, that's so
man.
good.
I want to get that printed out for my room or like on a T-shirt. By the way,
crazy.
Ian, I'm wearing your shirt today.
I know, I saw.
Another person was like, "Hey, where'd you get that shirt?" And I was like, "One of a kind."
My brother made it for me.
Yeah, right. I have I don't know if we might have talked about it on the podcast already. I think whenever you bought it for me, we talked about it. Well, still, this is the same shirt that we talked about before. It's the RuneScape gnome picture, and it says "Peace was never a good option" on it. And yeah, so people, whenever like I wear it to the gym and stuff, they're like, "Ha, it's funny. Like, where'd you get the shirt?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, like it's custom made. There's only one of them."
2.
Oh man, no, I thought you got the make like a tree and heck off.
Okay, yeah. I thought I had gotten a good option shirt too.
Yeah.
Did I?
No, I thought he just
I'm
got
pretty
the
sure
I got you two. Well, maybe not.
I thought I got this
know
one
you
special.
got him a fuck off shirt too.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, we got that. I like the
What's
just
am I gonna call it?
you pointing at me and saying that was just fun. You were like, no, you got him one too though. Yeah,
It's true.
still, yeah, we can
I
make
remember.
we can make bank off of RuneScape GNOME shirts. I'm just
Oh,
saying.
100%.
GNOME merch. We gotta be careful though, because then RuneScape's gonna want their cash, their corner of it. So
I want just like a tiny little Aftermath logo TM like
Right.
in the fine print somewhere under there.
yeah.
Wait,
we need to make another.
Oh, like on that shirt?
Just to know that it's aftermath quality.
Oh, I see.
Just like
which
instead
is
of the
slightly
registered
better than
trademark,
you expect.
Instead of the registered trademark logo, at the end, just put the logo of the phrase, because we can't trademark RuneScape Gnome,
Right.
but the phrase. Hey, we need to make more funny shirts. We got to think of something else that'll be funny.
Dude, I can make them. The only thing is that they're a little pricey to make, so like bulk ordering them is kind of hard. But
Yeah, no, it's fine. They can all be one of a kind. It's fine. It's a better Christmas gift idea that way.
dude, I'm telling you, that was
Next Christmas, instead of giving people real gifts, I'm giving them all fake gifts. I'm giving them all, like, I'm gonna get the book crap taxidermy. I'm gonna just give that to people. It's really
but I
funny.
actually want that. Though.
It's really funny. Also, the reason I can't take credit for this because people that I know might watch this podcast. Yes, it was at like a church group white elephant thing that apparently has been re-gifted for the past like 4 years. So everyone who has it just signs it and then re-gifts it to somebody else the next year.
Yeah.
And like,
wow.
I'll be honest, it's a really funny. I started looking at the pictures. It's really funny. It's all really bad taxidermies. The other one is it's a children's book, but it's under the title of like bad children's books, and it's called Hookers and Blows Save Christmas.
Wait, I'm sorry. Say that again.
Hookers and Blows Save Christmas, and hookers is like one of those like
Excuse
has a
me?
hook on it. What is it called? I don't know. Blow is a snowblower, right? And so they're two like little anthropomorphic cars, right?
Oh my god!
And
Like,
it's
like a tow truck.
Yeah, it's like a tow truck. Yeah, it's got the hook on it. I didn't know if it was a tow truck or not because I didn't want to say it was like one of those like those little cranes because like it's not a crane.
Right. Yeah, you're right. It's a tow truck though.
Yeah, I was like, I didn't want to sound stupid, but yeah, it's like tow mater. So yeah, you're right.
Yeah. It sounds like something that they would sell in Australia.
Yeah, it's called Hookers and Blows Save Christmas.
That's a tow truck. No, that's a hookah.
Yeah.
Like, no, it's not.
That's a hooker. Whoa, watch your mouth, young lady.
Yeah.
Like, oh man. So yeah, I'm gonna give people.
You kiss your tea and crumpets with that gash.
What's that? Whoa.
Hey yo.
Oh my god.
Say the word Tuesday. Say it.
Tuesday.
Oh man,
You got a license to be alive.
you got a license.
I want you to say.
There goes all of our London audience. I'm
I
sorry
want
to
you
all
to-
my friends.
I want you to
Okay,
say.
they're European.
I want you to say 19. Holy shit.
It's okay.
That's so mean.
Now half of them can't understand what we're saying.
No, that's the other way around. We can't understand them. They can understand us. I want you to say 19.
19.
No, it's 19.
You're a nonce, mate. A fucking nonce.
Wicked traitors. That's my favorite line from that movie. Oh man,
This is so
Wicked
inside
traitors.
baseball.
Now that we're finished with that tirade,
Jeez.
how about another swing at Extreme versus Ian? What's your favorite unit to play as?
There's so many good ones, dude.
No. I'm talking about the.
Oh, the Hyakushiki right now
Right.
is like the OG.
Of course.
I've dabbled in a few other ones, but so far I feel like the one I'm most comfortable with is the Hyakushiki.
Now, I'd like to think Ian's enjoyment of the Type 100 stems from a certain ability it has that is called a hyper mega bazooka launcher.
Yeah,
It basically-
that does sound like something
Now,
that I would enjoy.
Just to set this up,
Yes,
I'll be playing as the Zeta, for instance.
just regular guy.
Right, I'll have stunned an enemy, and I'll be like charging at him, ready to start up a melee combo.
Mm-hmm.
And I've already
then-
pounced.
And then, out of my peripheral vision, I see what could only be described as
A spirit blast coming
No,
at you.
no,
Yes.
a fucking Kamehameha
Right.
Yeah.
of the yellow variety that is barreling towards me.
Not just the opponent, but you too.
Yeah.
Now,
And there's no friendly fire.
Think
Or no,
of the-
sorry, there is friendly fire.
think of the framing here. You see me, beam saber raised. You
Stunned
see the
enemy.
stunned.
Uh,
And
weak.
you slowly see the beam
A thermonuclear warhead.
take up the entire
So-
half of the screen.
Before he continues, let me just paint a little more of a picture.
Uh-huh.
Imagine like a Gundam, big robot.
Yeah.
This bazooka cannon he's talking about, it like hovers, and I grab onto the handlebars of it and put my feet in like it's a bicycle.
Right.
Basically.
Like he's riding a fucking scooter.
Right, and then of course, and then I launch it with all my power.
Mhm.
So continue.
Now, as the beam approaches, I reflect.
On all the sins of his
This
past.
is when he realized.
Now, on one hand, I'm proud because he's focusing the same target as I am, and we're going to kick its ass.
On the other hand, I am dead.
Right.
On the other
On
hand,
the other hand,
I'm
I've now
screwed.
lost 300 health out of my 500 health pool.
yeah.
And
he gets
I can only get
And
up.
so the student surpasses the master.
It's like those fucking like image memes where it's a skeleton getting vaporized.
It's just annoying.
It's the equivalent of Chase throwing a grenade in Halo without telling me or saying so after he's already thrown it.
Yeah, exactly. He says it. He just says after you realize it's beeping next to you, he's like, "Oh, I was supposed to say something." He says,
Yeah.
"Oh, there's a grenade there," and then it blows up.
Hey, watch out!
He finishes his sentence with, "There's a grenade there," and the moment he says "there," it explodes. There's a grenade. Bam!
It's like, okay, I got this guy on the.
Oh man, I got this guy stunned. I got him stunned. Yeah, and then you just die.
It's like, oh, okay, now's my chance.
That was I like the purple one. That's the one that's always seen.
Exactly what it is.
Yeah. Oh,
What's
man. There's the one that's like uses a reaction image is like the purple one where the guy has like his hand out and it like I think you can probably find it.
Yeah. It's
But that's what it looks like though. Yeah, it's a person who's like the flesh is just is like burning off of him.
Yeah, think
during-
like Sarah Connor getting eviscerated as the nuclear apocalypse happens in Terminator 2. It's just
Let me like this one.
oh yeah, exactly.
I like the one right there, the red one with the line.
Hey, speak of the devil, the one right under that one. That's the one I'm talking about.
yeah.
There it is. That's what that's from, the
Yeah.
Terminator.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I didn't know. Wait, go back to the GIF. I've never seen this before.
I have. It traumatized me as a kid.
It's perfect.
Where'd the GIF go?
I don't know.
wanted to
I didn't
see-
mean to. I messed it up.
No, I've never seen this before, and now I'm here. There it is. It's actually
exactly it.
not that bad.
It looks amazing, yeah.
Yeah,
That's one of my favorite like instances of practical effects.
it's really not that bad. I'll be
Mhm.
honest.
It's horrifying too.
Basically, there's a.
Oh yeah, and look, there's a. Oh, that's really good. Now
Yeah.
when you get the whole scene, 'cause
Yeah,
that's how it
yeah.
starts.
Yeah, it's nuts.
So basically, she has like a.
I
Vision.
really always thought that was just someone who like drew something. I didn't realize that was a
Yeah.
from the thing. So I thought it was just a really good like design that people use as a reaction. And
No.
now it's even funnier that I know it's from a movie because now I get why people use it as a
Oh yeah.
reaction.
She has like a vision of the future, and in the city, she watches a nuke fall, and as it explodes, she stands there and holds onto the fence. It's like, oh my god! Then of course goes like, ah, and just,
Yeah.
it's scary, dude.
It's good stuff.
It's crazy.
Me versus the unmatched power of the sun.
Yeah, that was.
I
Repping my
recently-
boy Silly Billy.
I recently found out something.
Oh, it's so good.
Well,
What year are they talking about? That's the worst part of that meme back there. Is it doesn't matter. Like every year that gets worse. So oh man, I've actually just forgot what I was saying about these memes. No.
it's crazy, dude.
Yeah. Everybody's getting rattled.
Yeah, that's crazy. We were basically talking about how in the movie she gets like blasted or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
and, it's kind of traumatizing because it's like as a kid I remember watching that and it was like that's like too scary. It was a little too real for me. I was like,
Yeah.
is that what's gonna happen if I get hit by a nuke? I was like, oh, I'm terrified of that.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, I was
Pretty.
saying, I recently found out I recently found out that that back whenever they were first trying out like heat-seeking missiles that had to trace heat signatures, this makes sense. But for some reason, the concept is hilarious to me, and I didn't know that it was a problem, even though it's obvious that it would be a problem. Which is they're getting a missile to trace the most pronounced heat signature,
right.
the sun. They would just fly up into the sun.
Forbidden heat
Yeah, the
signature.
forbidden heat signature. Brother, no! Yeah, literally. It's just, the problem is they were having missiles, they were trying to trace other ships and heat signatures, and they were just going straight up toward the sun. And that was a problem they had that, by the way, I don't know how they remedied, or if they
I
did.
don't know.
I just thought that was a problem that they had, and I gotta be honest.
Amazing.
They
I don't know why I
probably
didn't think
they
of it.
probably lowered the criteria of like
Yeah,
not the hottest thing,
right,
but
yeah.
not the coldest thing.
Right,
in
yeah.
these parameters.
Right, and so it's like, I still thought it was funny that it's
Goes
like
to nearest
just
space heater. and
videos of,
pedestrian
of
song.
rockets being like, oh, it's on track with where it's going. Where is it? Whoop, oh, it found the sun. Like, dude, honestly.
That's
I found that
crazy.
out and was like, I don't know why I didn't realize that would be a problem, but like now that I think about it, that's hilarious.
Makes sense.
Doy.
It's just proof, that like when you're thinking about like doing like design for something,
Yeah, right.
The thing that you least expect but should have expected is what causes the problem.
Yeah.
Where it's like it's one where it's like a beta tester is testing out like a bar in a game. It's like he comes in and orders one beer. He orders negative one beer. Yeah, he orders 999 beers. He orders infinity beers. And then he says like, oh, it passed the test, and then leaves. Someone else plays the game, asks where the bathroom is, the bar explodes. Like it's just like that, where it's like, but people are actually going to do.
Oh
like,
yeah.
It's
definitely something definitely different.
I love it.
Let me go hide in this corner for 30 minutes, see what happens.
Yeah,
and then
right.
it's like,
what happens to the bar? And it just starts burning.
Yeah. What happens if you sit here and unload your entire magazine into the jukebox?
Right. Yeah. Will it blow up? I think it should blow up.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Oh man.
And it plays All Guns Blazing by Judas Priest.
Yeah, well, I love it. Beta testers doing. Have you ever seen like beta testers just doing some of the most unhinged shit in video games?
I mean, kind of sometimes, yeah.
You're just standing there like, why are you doing it this way?
My goal being to break games, I want to do it as a goal. I'm pretty sure I recently, I've been passing... Actually, I'll actually rescind that. I'm pretty sure every puzzle I've done in Hogwarts Legacy, I've passed doing it the wrong way.
Love it.
I've just found some other way to pass. There's one of them where you have to use a spell to pull and push boxes.
Right.
And I realized that if I pull a box past where I'm standing, and then I try pulling it across the whole room, I can just tuck and roll really quickly on the box while it's moving. So instead of making a bridge, I just slid
You
across.
just roll with the box.
No, I rolled onto the box and then almost fell off and slid. Just flew across the entire room, skipping the whole puzzle, and then just fought the boss.
Wow.
Oh
I was like, this is fantastic.
That's great.
Like that's
that's some speedrun shit right there.
I mean, that's what it felt like. It felt like when people in Breath of the Wild, they do the thing where they stop it and they hit it a bunch of times, and then they
jump on the rock,
and they jump,
then they go flying.
That's what it felt like.
That's the only way to travel.
I looked at everything and I was like, if I move that box there,
we used to ride these babies for miles.
I was like, if I move that box there, I could probably jump on the box. And I pulled instead of pushed, and it flew all the way past me. And I was like, wait, I think that I was like, no, I
have an idea.
I think if I do all of those things, I can hop on it because I can jump that far and I can grab on the ledge. It worked last time, but I also think, well, it's worth a shot. So I pulled it and I was like, let's see if it happens. And my first try, I tuck and roll, landed on it, and just slid across the room. And I was laughing so hard.
Grand guffaw.
I'm telling you, man, some of the funniest stuff.
This would have been remediable. They could have made this not possible, but no.
Those fools.
The funniest thing about like speedrun stuff is like a lot of times that there's no commentary, and you're just like watching a guy sitting in a corner looking, just looking down and jumping, and then turning, and then jumping, and then turning, and then jumping. And then turning, and then and just like getting catapulted, and you're like, "What?" I watched that for. I
watched Neopets speedruns.
Oh my god,
dude! Honestly, Neopets speedruns are great because you spend
chaotic.
You spend most of the game just out of the world, like just clipping through walls.
That was what.
So
like
funny.
that was. I watched an Elden Ring thing. Like he walked out of like the starting area, and he took 2 steps over to the side, looked at a wall. Or something like that, and then jumped, and all of a sudden disappeared, and was like at the end of the game or something. And I was like, what? He was like, and he walked over behind like this monster or whatever, opened a chest and got some of the best stuff or whatever, and then walked away. And I was like,
oh my god,
it was chaotic. I was like, I don't know what I'm watching right now, but it's hilarious because there was no commentary.
2 of my favorite examples that I found recently were 2 like TAS runs, tool assisted speed runs for Armored Core, like the original. Ian has seen a bit of this. It's fucking insane. Like he'll just be flying through corridors, not even staring. Like he'll just be staring straight at the ground, and he'll swing his sword once, and then you'll see an explosion that he'll immediately just fly by. He's like flying backwards through a corridor, killing people by just swinging his sword every now and then.
He just knows where they're at.
I can only imagine this from a fly on the wall perspective. It looks hilarious.
He's just moonwalking to killing everybody. I watched Kingdom Hearts speedruns as well. And the Kingdom Hearts speedrun, because I had an achievement to do it like under a certain amount of time, and it's worth mentioning that amount of time is very, very easy to do. Yeah. But I picked easy mode, no changing my gear. I'm gonna speedrun the game. I think I got it like I'm trying to remember. I think the record was like 2.5 or 3 hours or something like that, and I got it in like 5, which was obviously not worth putting on the board, but I was still like, bro, I beat the entire Kingdom Hearts game in 5 hours in one sitting, 5 hours. And like, dude, it's really, I had never tried to speedrun before, anything like that. So I like was doing all these things. Like I watched a tutorial on how this guy did it, and it's so funny to watch this guy do it because he's done it all before. So he's like, all right, I'm gonna show you. This is how I do the speed run really quick, and he like runs through a room, and because he knows when they spawn everything, right? He'll stand still, and there'll be like nobody in front of him, and he'll attack, and they'll spawn in, and then they'll immediately die. it's just like, dude,
the perfect timing.
Exactly. The people like doing all these things. It's like, man, they have this down to a science. It's so funny. But also like in Kingdom Hearts though, there's the Peter Pan's like the pirate ship.
Yeah.
It if you go a certain way, it almost always shows up. But if you go a different way, it has a smaller chance of showing up. But even then, it's still up to chance. So there's a possibility that if you try going forward to the pirate ship, it just won't show up, and you'll go all the way back to Atlantica, right?
Oh yeah,
and
so, the actual world.
Yeah. And so the pirate ship that's you're supposed to get kidnapped or whatever, right? And go in the prison. If it just doesn't show up, you have to just go back. He's like, that can really butcher a time. The problem is we have an ongoing record. I think the record is 7 times that we've missed it. It butchered a really good run, actually. We're just going back and forth trying to move on with the game, and the game wouldn't let him. And he was like, honestly, I'm just trying to break a new record here, honestly.
That's crazy.
Which I thought was
one of the most recent things that I did that was kind of funny that I didn't intend to work, but it did. Was in Deep Rock Galactic. Whenever you finish up gathering up all your goodies, there's this little robot that's got it's like a little quadrupedal like robot kind of thing that whenever it sits down, it opens up the doors and you dump all the ore into it, and it kind of is like you can only carry so much, but the mule can carry more. And it's kind of like a square cube with like 4 like legs on it as it walks or whatever. And whenever you hit
Gong Droid bottom text,
whenever you hit like the escape button, it sends down a drop pod like the one you came in on, and it burrows through and it gets lodged somewhere, and you have to like get your way there before like a certain time limit, or else because it's timed, and then it's gonna evacuate. So as it's going, the mule will like walk and like set down beacons along the way, like a little breadcrumb trail, like to show where it's heading towards. Mm-hmm. Well, we were standing next to it, and we kind of got a little bit of ahead of it, and it was following this like pretty linear path we made for it. And then it like moves at the same pace that you do, if not a little bit faster in some way. And I run forward, and it like is kind of pushing me, and I jump, and then I'm standing on top of it, and it kind of like waddles as it walks, and I'm just sitting here like shooting bad guys and just like riding this thing, and I got an achievement for it. Riding the mule, and I was like, hell yeah.
Silver.
It's
Hi-Ho Silver.
I like little things that speed up time too. Another one in Kingdom Hearts is that whenever you stand on a save point, it slowly gives you all your stuff back. But if you click the button to save it, and then it immediately fills it up, and you close it, then it speeds everything up. So if you have like no HP and you click the save button and then click the circle and just spam the circle button, you'll have all of your health and mana and everything back, and you just leave. Right. It's like it saves you like 2-3 seconds, but still I think it's like funny that like people get good at the smallest things to shave off a few seconds. So I need to find another game to speedrun, like Cuphead or something.
Oh man,
Cuphead's like an easy game to start speedrunning.
Just try Halo CE.
I've
seen a couple of them.
I just don't think that I'm good enough at games.
I don't think I'm good enough.
I'm just not good enough at games based on shooting specifically.
Okay, yeah, fair.
Yeah. So like I need to
you need to do like OG Spyro.
I could probably do Spyro. I could
like an old PlayStation 1 game. We need to do something crazy.
Those are the best ones to speedrun because those are the ones that people like to speedrun. Yeah. Those are the ones that I could do.
I've seen some playthroughs of that. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, I need to join a Games Done Quick stream. I wonder if Games Done Quick raises money for ulcerative colitis.
Interesting.
I need to do things to raise money because I would learn how to do games quick to raise money for my cause.
There you go.
For my people.
Look at you doing good by.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying. Once I'm, guys. Once I'm not dead, I'm gonna raise money for this day. When I'm not dying anymore, I'm gonna raise awareness.
Go ahead.
Oh man. Yeah.
Go ahead, Ethan.
One day.
Go ahead. Let him have it.
You get him. You go ahead. You get him, Tiger. Are you winning, son? I haven't been winning in a long time.
God damn, bro. Come on, we were on a roll there. Wow. I thought you were happy now.
I haven't been since the video. I think it's funny to make jokes about it.
That's good.
So can we
I'm just happy to see you.
Can we talk about seeing how this is this is our 3rd anniversary of the Aftermath.
The big 3.
Is this a good time to talk about your other venture we might be starting up soon, or that you were supposed to be starting?
Yeah, I just need to, get a sit down with Dylan and other people and actually start it. But yeah, we can do it. We're still just working. It's been a nightmare of a year to start off.
It's only been 2 months.
Exactly. That's the problem. So at the tax appointment today, the lady was like, "Yeah, sorry I didn't get to hang out," because she was doing someone else's tax. She's like, "Sorry I didn't get to hang out, but yep, there's always next year. We'll talk about it." And I was like, "Yeah, hopefully the next one's better than the last one." And she was like, I wasn't really, obviously I hadn't heard about your last year yet, so I don't know how good or bad it was. And I was like, gotta be honest, it wasn't it. I was like, that's an understatement, but it wasn't. I said, I gotta be honest, it wasn't too fantastic. And I left, and I walked out as soon as the door closed. I was next to Dad, and I was like, by not too fantastic, I mean probably among the worst I've had to date, but still,
yeah.
Oh man,
crazy.
But yeah, so I whenever I get the logo and stuff set up and we're all good to go, I will be starting the About Nothing podcast. It's a podcast that's about nothing, and we're gonna be talking just about nothing. Living the dream. It's gonna be a lot like what you just saw here today for the past. Give me 10 seconds and I'll come back to this. So it'll be a lot like what you just saw today, because that's what I like, talking about things that are going on and sharing stories about life. And for the past hour now, you've been. I was waiting for it to click over to an hour before I said, "Hold on a second." But yeah, it's gonna be a lot like this. Just me and probably just one other person, but sometimes there'll be more guests. Just talking and just sharing stories from when we were kids and whatever fun stuff we talk about that has happened in our life. Because I feel like a lot of people don't get to share some of their favorite stories. Some of the funniest things that have happened don't come up in conversation, or aren't in the right, people, to share. There's a lot of stories that I have that I don't share with, just whenever I'm around, at my extended family or, or something like that. Right. Just because it's just not the time, but obviously there's some really funny stuff that can lighten up a whole mood and or be good for parties and all that it just doesn't always get to be told. So because of that, I want to make a space where people can share any kind of story they want if they think it's fun or funny, and it's always appropriate. Be ready. Who knows what's going to be on there? But yeah, it's going to be a
wild ride.
It's going to be kind of for everyone, probably not kids, but who cares? For everyone kind of podcast. We just talk about whatever.
Love your little elevator pitch.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's pretty much what I've been telling people about. Is I'm trying to see who I want, because I have some coworkers that might want to get on it and stuff like that. We'll talk about it again. God knows what random. It's probably gonna start with me and Dylan, me and Chase, but my current roommate, me and Cade, things like that, and obviously I want to do one with me.
Cade's been a member of the show, actually.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, so it's I want to do one with you, Ian, but we have to find what we would talk about, because we have to pick fun stuff that's happened whenever we were apart, because I've heard I grew up with you, so I've heard all the stories of us being kids.
Oh, right. Buddy, I got some stories from Canada.
I was like, there's some from Canada, and there's some from probably whenever you were doing stuff with Ben, because I had some fun working with Ben as well.
Yeah.
We should also just get Ben on for that podcast.
You're right.
Once, just
dude,
probably
100%.
Yeah, I think it'd be funny to share random crap that we do with Ben. So just I'm trying to find people that have just done random walks of life and done different things, and I would like to get lots of different points of view too. People who lived different than I did, either be that in different countries or just different points of view. I was raised Christian. It'd be cool to get someone who was raised Hindu or something, right? Yeah, just talk about what they were grown up with, because it'd just be wild to have a talk about that,
right?
And yeah, I like it. I like that it's not about anything in particular, so you never know what you're going to tune into. I think that's a lot like.
I love it.
It's a lot like. I'm about to get deep. It's a lot like life. You just never know what you're gonna get into. It's like a box of. I don't remember that movie that much. I'll be honest.
It's like a box of life.
It's like a box of life. You never know what you're gonna chocolate.
Life is like a box of chocolates. You like one or two, and all the rest of them are just fillers.
They're kind of mid, yeah. They're just kind of mid.
Oh, wow. That's great.
It's too much for me.
Yeah.
So we're working on it. I need to get the logo and all that.
I have a good design idea that I want to run by you. So, anyways. So anyways, thank you so much for listening. Like I said, stay tuned, because that episode, that show that Ethan was talking about is going to be called the About Nothing Podcast, and it's going to be right here on the Aftermath feed. So anybody that is subscribed to the Aftermath, it is going to be directly in that same lineup of shows, and if you're looking for them, you can scroll through, and you should be able to see the About Nothing podcast as well, along with all the other Aftermath shows. I'm super excited to have this show part of the network that we're going to be building here, and I think it's gonna be
it's called networking.
It's going to be really
if you're a sponsor, hit me.
But anyways, for any of you out there that are trying to look, for us, you can just type in the Aftermath or the Aftermath podcast. You should be able to find us on all the major podcasting platforms. But anyways, until next week, thank you so much for listening.
See you.
Bye-bye.